Steps. All right, we're into the action. Zeller's gone. He's not here. No damage done. I don't know if we're just going to restart. No, we're playing. Okay, cool. Doob is going to get the opener onto Souza. Spud. Oh, finds two, and then Pibby a follow-up. Despite losing Zeller, it doesn't even matter. They still manage to deal the blows here. Do last pug. CS captain. Oh, captain, my captain. Getting the frag onto Doob. What else can he do? Very literal name here. Captain in CS. Spud gonna take care of business though. 3K for him, 1-0 for last pug. And they're gonna call a tactical timeout because they want Zeller to get back in here. That's crazy though to see them just play on. They had the opportunity to say, okay, not live, no damage was done. But they said we were so confident we're gonna beat you in a 4v5, and they did. That's got to hurt the feelings of SKEEB Clan a little bit. Saying they don't even care that they lost a player, but Zeller should be back very shortly. I believe Zeller did not compete in the last match. I'm just going to double check that here, guys. Or I think I'm incorrect on that one. Anyway. That's neither here nor there. Are they still playing 4v5? They are. Oh. Zeller's here. Might just be the HUD that's not updated, but either way, it is. Prodigy, Zeller, Doob, and Prodigy. Taking care of business here on the anti-eco. 2-0 for last pug. Okay, yeah, so I am correct. It was not Zeller on the server in the previous matchup. Joe Bots was there instead. And in the one before that, it was also Joe Bots. So a bit of a sub coming through here in Zeller. We'll see how that goes. On the other side, Cyborg, Captain Linguist, CS Captain. We got two captains, Val and Souza. Those five still playing together here for this one. Zeller's gone again. This is going to be problematic for last pug if they keep losing their fifth to a disconnect. But luckily for them, they already had a frag before that. So it ends up being even numbers at a 4v4. Not even health, though. Spud taking a lot of damage, down to 19 HP. Still hasn't died, leads the server. On the other side, we'll see Captain Linguist, if he can step up. Has been very effective for them in the past. Nade gonna sail through. Pibby takes that to the chin. CS Captain, what can you do? Well, it's Captain Linguist, the other captain, taking care of business as he trades out CS Captain. Prodigy, you get two back and forth we go. Still even numbers. Linguist hanging around in heaven, and Val hoping to support from Hut. That is not where he wanted to throw that Molotov. I assure you, it doesn't matter anyway. As Val, oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you, Prodigy. I hope I'm laughing with you, because you just hit the silo twice with two different pieces of utility. 3-0 in favor of last pug. Look, it happens. It happens. Nothing you can do. I think what's more impressive for last pug is they've been playing 4v5 for the majority of this one, and they're still up 3-0. And that was a buy round for SKEEB Clan. And, you know, I mean, all jokes aside, a lot of the time it's hard to judge your utility, especially if you're still trying to practice it and get it to be methodical or muscle in your muscle memory, so you don't have to think about it too much. You catch those edges, and Counter-Strike's weird like that. Your crosshair can be over the edge and clearly not in a position where it's going to hit it, but the util still will, so you have to leave a little bit of a buffer zone, and it's just a matter of practicing and learning it. We do have a technical pause coming through. Prodigy's back's gonna hurt after this one, says Lord Tuba. Yeah, he's playing pretty well so far. Doing pretty solid. Oh my god, it's a celebrity. Go Doob, love ya. But oh, Doob's mom. I wonder if it's actually Doob's mom though. There are a lot of esports moms supporting. I'm assuming it is. Especially at, if you look at even at the pro level and then Challenger League level, like Hext on NRG's mom is always there. Walco, who's now playing, I believe, with Blue Jays. His mom's always there as well. It's always great to see the parents supporting their kids because this is a legitimate chance at having a career, right? It's not, there's money on the table here. It's not the way it was when I was a kid when there was nothing. So I was playing professionally purely out of the passion for the game. I mean, I quote unquote professionally. I was never at a level that I would consider that. But I did, I think I made it to Cal Invite one time, so there you go. You guys know what Cal League is. Shout out to you. You are probably as old as I am or near it. Very long time ago. And you won't know my age. You can look it up if you want to, but I won't tell you. It's a secret. Round number 4. Zeller's back, folks. Hopefully, permanently. He's going to go for some spam towards outer yard. Trying to track down one into heaven. Will get it. All right, Zeller already having impact as soon as he's back in the server. Obviously, just the pistols on the other side for SKEEB Clan as they're going for the eco. But, I mean, all this space gained in towards lower. Sausa hoping to deny. I think that's a 5.7 case hardened. Could be one of the newer skins as well, but either way, looking good. Lots of blue on that. Sausa doesn't care about the skin, though. He's trying to get that frag, and he does get one. But Zeller trades him out immediately. What can you do, Captain Lindquist, as your team is falling like dominoes? He is potentially in a position here to deal with a plant, but as I say, that last pug are rotating up to the A site. So A will be the final destination. Captain Lindquist and Cyborg may just have to watch from the sidelines unless they just want to try and get frags, which they do, and they won't. At least they won't. Cyborg will not. Free pistol upgrade for Prodigy. Grabs that off the ground, looking for a 9-0 scoreline. Timing would have been there if he kept pursuing that angle, but instead turns around and says, you know what, Captain Lindquist, I want you to come right into my cross. And he does! Prodigy will find that frag, and indeed will be 9-0. Looking strong here to kick things off. And Prodigy, over on the LASTPUG side, if you're looking at his numbers in the last map, actually was at the bottom of the score sheet, right? And that happens sometimes. You're not always going to have your best performances. It was Pibby and Spud, which I already highlighted, and Doob as well. But he only had those 10 frags and a 67.6 ADR, but he's already only one away from that 10 frag mark. Excuse me, that was in the not the last match, but the previous one. Before that one. He had 14 in the last one. Still, though, I mean, this is quite a performance from him. As the opener goes the way of LASTPUG again. SKEEB Clan just can't really get any rhythm on their CT side, and that is problematic on a map that does lean heavily towards that CT side. Maybe not as much as it used to, but with the new meta, the way it's developing is, okay, Spud. But he gets CS Captain, who doesn't realize he's worked his way into secret. Prodigy, what do you got? Another frag for LASTPUG. Captain Lindquist hoping to pop off with the AWP. He finally has in his hands, does get one, but he's taken away from that position thanks to the util. Sausa and Captain Lindquist take care of Spud. As that bomb goes down, the problem is they're so far removed from the bomb site, even with this util and everything. The pathing back in, clearing all your angles. Sometimes on nuke, you end up in spots where you're like, well, the bomb is just planted, but we have literally no path back into the bomb site. So they're just going to save the guns. At least some damage done towards LASTPUG by SKEEB Clan in this round. But economy-wise, it's kind of a moot point. LASTPUG have built up so much bank. We all know that guy who played Caline 1.6. Yeah. Oh my god. Well, that was me. At some point. 1.6. I played before that. I played back in the beta days. Like, I think I started in beta 3. If you guys don't know that betas existed, then you can go look it up, because that's exactly when I started. I remember, oh my god. Every time I do this, guys, and you start talking about 1.6, or I start talking about I started it, I always go back and think I was on a 56K modem. You guys probably aren't even old enough to have used that. This old modem, I had to use dial-up. I had to make sure my parents weren't on the phone. and connect to the internet. All those weird noises that the modem made. And then I ended up playing. And I couldn't even play Counter-Strike because my ping was 1,000. That's how bad my phone line was. And then one day they came to repair some static on the phone line and I could play. I had 180 ping and I was thrilled. I was thrilled with 180 ping, guys. Now that would be considered a travesty. But I was happy. Netcode was pretty good back then. People cared about making it optimized for 56K modes. We have another disconnect here, I think. Maybe it's going to be back. Okay, we're back. We're back. But, yeah. Ah, that was a great day. I remember I played Dust 2. I thought I was the best player ever. I was hiding behind... Or Dust 1, actually. Dust 1 in the tunnels behind the box. I'll never forget this. I tell this story all the time. I was sitting behind the box. I thought I was like the smartest person ever, and I was going to get all the kills. I died 20 times in a row. It was my first time playing. Just the most punishing. And at that point, I'm like, oh, there's a very high ceiling to this game, and I am hooked. And it's been 2 decades now or more that I've been playing Counter-Strike and casting it. Well, yeah, actually, both of them. Anyway, so that was back and forth. Enough about me. Let's get into the action here. 2v2 now. Spud and Prodigy up against Captain Lindquist and Val. Molotov going to get tossed into heaven. Val has the bomb at his feet. Throws the smoke up into hut. Flashbang as well. Oh, Spud's blinded. But he knows that Val is here now. At least he should. Val won't get the jump on him at all. Spud had the beat. And we'll get the frag. Captain Lindquist. AWP over in heaven. Molotov going to get tossed in. Oh, Captain Lindquist is blind. Just jumps down and says, well, I'm going to do my best here. 1 minute left on the clock. Spud should be able to get this. No, it's actually Prodigy who finds it. 12-1 for Prodigy and 6-0 in favor of LASTPUG here on Nuke on their T side. So we get ready for round number 7. And guys, we're in ESEA main right now. Both these teams hunting for their 5th win on the season to go 5-5 and a chance to go above that 500 record and make the playoffs. Ultimately, that's the goal for both these teams. I'm fairly certain that one of them will, just based on previous results and the last season's results. Question is, which one? SKEEB Clan's been there before. And on the LASTPUG side, they missed out last season with a 7-7 record, but if this match is anything to go by, they're not looking too shabby, and not forgetting that's a 2-game win streak that they're riding right now. $180 ping, I forfeit. Yeah, back then it was amazing. Like it was like, yeah, let's go. Cable modems didn't exist, so you get 180 ping, you're looking pretty even across the board. Ah, man, I'm feeling so nostalgic for that now, even though it was just terrible. Anyway, Val, gonna go out here, gets one, only one. Prodigy, we'll trade it out immediately. 4v3 in favor of SKEEB Clan, so a man advantage finally for them. Be great if they could convert this round. Prodigy has been an absolute demon, though. Looking for his 14th onto Cyborg, is holding the line. Should have this. There's a shadow advantage. And he will finish off the frag. Doob and Spud, the 2 top performers as of late for LASTPUG, are going to try and pull this one back. They do get CS Captain, but it costs Spud a ton of health. Ooh, is that 2 Molotovs thrown for heaven? It is. They didn't have to do that, but hey, Spud's just going to get the frags anyway. Salsa gone. 2v2. Doob plants the bomb. This was a 2v4, folks, and it's been pulled back to a 2v2. Captain Lindquist hoping to time it right up the vent. Cyborg. Oh, did he see Spud? I think he did. I think he realized it now. Needs to connect with the bullets. Can't do it, and now Captain Lindquist is gone as well. Doob and Spud from a 2v4 to a 2v1. Cyborg, last one standing, will get Spud to make it a 1v1. Smoke onto the bomb. Trying to stick it. Doob has to realize this. Spamming the smoke. Won't connect on the body just yet. Cyborg looks like he's going to have it. A full 10-second defusal comes through. And there is the first round, finally, for SKEEB. The SKEEB Clan. Wow. Eighth round of play. gearing up for that. I mean, look, that was a fantastic effort from Spud and Doob, and they almost got it. Just that one smoke is the difference maker. And if you have the nade still, if there's a nade on the ground or something, you can just throw that right into the smoke and break it away and find that diffuser easily, but it wasn't available. Try for the spam, not gonna do it. So SKEEB Clan obviously hoping to build off of that. The problem for them is that they're going to continually face off against these rifles for LASTPUG, at least for another couple of rounds, even if they're winning. Just because of that bank that was built up and how clean those victories were for LASTPUG in the early moments of this map. Zeller will take an opening fight with Cyborg. Oh, Cyborg tries to thread the needle and can't. He's going to get caught here on the fadeaway. The util is good to force him back, but he's still alive, so that's the good news. Throws the smoke towards that single door. Now double doors open, and he loses the fight to Cyborg. There's a lot of action happening on the map, though, and as it stands, we're sitting at a 4v4. Sausa waiting it up for B, punishes, they don't clear him at all. Sausa almost gets that second one as well. Spud still delivering on the low HP, but now he does fall as well. Doob, 1v3, gets the first. Needs to take a couple more steps to clutch out this round. 40 seconds left on the clock, and he's going the long way around. The bomb is down. SKEEB Clan are going to see that. They're hunting for Doob. Doob, oh, looking the wrong way. That's going to cost him. There it is, Val collecting a 3K for Val on the round. And I did mention Val had a fantastic performance in their previous matchup. Looking at the numbers, 26 frags, and 87 ADR. So perhaps Val can channel some of that energy from the previous match into this one on Nuke. It's already a bit rough on CT side when you're giving up 6 rounds to T side. Usually you want to go out with a winning record when you switch sides, but hey, better to get something than nothing, I always say. Cyborg, bit of spam through that smoke. And Sausa. See if he's got some Sausa or saucy plays for us here. Ibby and Spud. Just hanging around. A bit of a slower pace to this round. There's that smoke for Big Garage. Spud, what you got? Nothing yet. SKEEB Clan trying to play it a little more passively here, although they do have Cyborg watching outside. Oh, Cyborg gets the spot and the frag on towards Spud. That's one of the bigger pieces gone. Prodigy, though, the biggest prize to be had. 13-3 so far. He's looking to work his way through Squeaky Door. See his captain. MP9 above hut. Captain Lindquist going to get that frag on a Zeller, and Captain finds Prodigy. All right, SKEEB Clan well on their way to a third in a row and a recovery here on Nuke. Ibby. AK in hand, and nothing available. A clean sweep coming through from SKEEB Clan. 2 for Sausa as well, who does have a nice round for himself, as he was highlighted at the beginning of it. 8-7 record at the top of the scoreboard for his squad, and helping contribute to this run of rounds. LASTPUG still have money, but it's not as much as they were hoping for heading into this round. It will lead to a decent buy-up. You have a couple of players, Doob and Prodigy, still with 1.7 and 1.9k respectively. But should they lose here, especially without a bomb plant, probably be on Eco in the next. But Doob will get the opener. Sausa the instant trade. They're going to try to pressure even further. Captain Lindquist supporting from the heavens. Raining down bullets upon this LASTPUG squad. 2k for him, 2 for Sausa. Pibby, 1v4 turned into a 1v3, but he's got a very tall task ahead of him with only a MAC-10 in hand and a flashbang available in terms of util. Watching from up high and throwing the util was Val. That's what results in the frag, so now a 1v2. There's no way, no way you expect Captain Lindquist to still be there, and Pibby will get punished. 3k for Captain Lindquist, and a 4th round in a row for SKEEB Clan. We've got a match on our hands, folks. Not going to be a blowout in favor of LASTPUG. All right, let's get started here. Round number 11. Both captains guarding the A site for SKEEB clan. LASTPUG hoping to find some sort of rhythm into this round. I mean, the full loss bonus has helped them out to get a buy up here. 3 AKs, the Galil, and the MAC-10. And with that full loss bonus and a bomb plant, they can continue to string together these buys. And of course, they're not going to have a choice in that next round anyway. They have to force up as it's the last round of the half coming up. But they're hoping to get a round victory here so that it won't be as dire of a situation. Captain Linquist, he's got other plans. Strings together a 2K. Prodigy and Zeller gone. Pibby gets one back. Now Captain Linquist alone and he can't get anything else. Brought back down to even numbers as Doob will get caught out towards outer yard. That leaves it up to Pibby and Spud. Rolling into the B site. Unaware of Sousa's presence. Molotov toss, but that will not really disrupt Sousa at all. Opens the door, takes care of the bomb planter, and the bomb doesn't even go down. Now it's all up to Pibby, and SKEEB clan are swarming around the bomb site. Pibby uses his nade, still has a flashbang, but that's not going to come into play. He has to do it with the bullets and will not be able to. CS Captain shuts the door. A 5th round secured for SKEEB clan. That's 5 in a row to answer to LASTPUG, 6 in a row to kick off their T side. Still, I mean, regardless of the fact this is a very nice recovery for SKEEB clan, LASTPUG with 6 rounds T side, not too shabby. I already said that before. So I think if they have a solid start to their CT side, they could find the victory here in this ESEA main match. A reminder, folks, this is a BO1, no BO3. One and done. Smokes rain out here. Sousa getting ready to break it. Oh, Cyborg was thinking about it as well, but with Sousa throwing that, it actually benefits LASTPUG. We get a couple here. Pibby and Prodigy will find it, but Sousa's still standing on his head, delivering 2 on back. That's his 12th and 13th frag on the map. Finally falls to Zeller's Galil, but the frag continues to be traded back and forth here. Who will gain that edge? It looks like it's going to be LASTPUG, at least for the moment. 2v1. Captain Linquist, who's had multi-kill rounds leading up to this point, will need one of his biggest yet to bring a tied scoreline into that second half. Bomb on the back of Zeller. He's already got 2, had some connection issues in the early moments of the match, but now settling into things. Captain Linquist. The A1S in his hands. Couple of pieces of util, kit, 5.7. He is stocked up and ready to attempt this clutch. Zeller and Doob, 30 seconds left now. They're going to give their position away with that util, so that's a bit of an advantage for Captain Linquist, just playing anti-flash at this point. Although no flashes were tossed. Do they clear high? They don't? Oh, they finally do. Zeller flicks up as he spots Captain Linquist out of the corner of his eye, and it will be a 7-5 lead for LASTPUG heading into the second half. So a little bit of a recovery at the end for LASTPUG will help them maintain their lead, and that's still a very solid half for them, regardless of the fact that SKEEB clan pulled off 5 in a row. 7-5, D-side, you take that to the bank every single time on Nuke. Now we'll see what they have on their CT side. Perhaps a pistol round to kick things off and maybe go and convert off of that. Would be pretty potent for them. SKEEB clan, I mean, look, they've won 5 of the last 6, so if any team's got a little bit of momentum on their side, it's certainly them. Zeller, oh, gushed immediately, but Prodigy is here! He's on the scene, folks! A 4K with the USP, all headshots all the time. Cyborg, last one standing, Maybe they're going to let Prodigy try for the ace here. They are, and he gets it! Prodigy with all 5 frags here for LASTPUG in the opening round. He's up to 19 on the board here, and an 8-5 lead for LASTPUG. That is a big pistol round for them to take to try and capitalize off the lead they built up on that T side. Well done, Prodigy. All right, round number 14. How do you respond to that, SKEEB Clan? We are seeing in the current meta a lot of force buys coming up, even if the bomb plant isn't there, but SKEEB Clan are not buying to that, or not buying into that methodology. And, well, as a result, it's probably going to be an easy 9th for LASTPUG. Unless CSK up, Eagle, they'll get some headshots, and then we'll have a round on our hands. Seen it happen many a time before. Bibby spots the head, takes care of Sousa. Make it yeah, he does. CS Captain's gone as well, so no dramatics in this one. Just the 2 Glocks left for Captain Lindquist and Val, and now only Captain Lindquist. Trying to slip. Oh no! He was trying to go in the vent, and he missed his pathing and walks out into the open. Spud's like, okay, I'll take it. That's unfortunate. 9-5 in favor of LASTPUG. Here comes round number 15 and a chance for LASTPUG to get a 10th on the board. This would be the ultimate punish, by the way, if they win this round. They're on the bonus. They got the 2 MP9s, the 3 A1Ss, and if they're able to win cleanly, that means you build up an economic foundation. You don't really have to worry about the next one in terms of your buy-up, and SKEEB Clan are reeling. Sure, they'll have the full loss bonus coming in, not the next round, but the round after that. They want a round, and Cyborg at least gets the opener for them. Although, you see the damage done. Cyborg at 42 and Val at 60. It's still a precarious 5v4 advantage. Spud watching from heaven. Now leans in towards the A side as SKEEB Clan have not committed just yet, but they've got presence outside, presence in lobby, and there's that pincer from outside. Sousa finding Prodigy. Spud only gets 1, and this is all SKEEB Clan in the round. Zeller, last one available, will at least get 1, but he's going to have to fade through the smoke. He knows it. There's too much presence on the other side of it, so if he's going to have a chance of getting through here, it'll probably be wrapping around into mini, or going up into heaven, or maybe even doubling back and trying to get the element of surprise there. It will be the double back. Still, I think this might be the worst of the 3 choices because there's going to be a player watching here. Is that your last known position? CS Captain waiting, tucked in towards Squeaky. Zeller, likely a dead man. Yeah, there it is. He was still clearing the angle, but CS Captain was too ready for that. 6th round on the board there for SKEEB Clan. Well, that's just the bonus round, though, for LASTPUG. They could invest into an AWP in this round, and then go for FAMASas and M4s around it. Or they could half buy. Play it cautiously, and then you'll get a much more comfortable buy in the next. And with this 3-round lead, they say, well, we are going to play it cautiously. Half buy is in. Pibby even making sure that, even foregoing the armor. Just the 5-7 to make sure there's enough money for the AWP in the following round. Nice nade toss onto CS Captain. LASTPUG, on the half buy, get the opening frag and an upgrade available on the ground. That'll be corralled by Zeller. Spud's going even further in. He wants to get in on a flank here. Was that spotted by Captain Lindquist? Didn't see it. Maybe not. I mean, you'd think he would tell the rest of his team. And Sousa gets caught with a 5-7 out of Pibby. 5v3 momentarily. Captain Lindquist will make it only a man advantage, but util in hand. Val, will he recover? He does. Prodigy gone. Still a chance for Spud, and he activates on that flank. Val deleted. AK recovered. 3v2 in favor of LASTPUG, and now this gets very scary for SKEEB Clan. Even scarier, Captain Lindquist, a 1v3. He's got to beat on Zeller, so there's at least 1 under his belt, but Spud and Doob are unknowns, and unknown they will remain. Doob gets that last one onto Captain Lindquist. 10-6 in favor of LASTPUG. That is fantastic for them. On a half buy, not even a full investment. So they have the money to back into here, and they don't even need it. for two of the players who've got those AKs. Pibby grabs the AWP. That is phenomenal work from LASTPUG. Now on the other side, SKEEB Clan not going to force up either. Playing it cautiously. They do get the hero Galil. There's a connection by Pibby through the box and a clean one onto Sousa. Nade? Will it get Val? No. Val doesn't walk forward enough. So he stays alive a little bit longer. Pibby tries to end that. But it'll be Prodigy to take care of it. Spud onto Cyborg. This round is a non-starter for the SKEEB Clan. Where is it? Captain Lindquist. Hand delivered. Frag from Spud, but unfortunately for him, he is now the last one standing. Odds of success decrease, and Doob just running and gunning, taking care of Captain Lindquist and shooting the body as he goes. 11-6 in favor of LASTPUG, 2 rounds away from getting to a 5-5 record and keeping their playoff hopes alive. That being said, I mean, SKEEB Clan, even if they lose this one, still a chance at playoffs, but it decreases substantially with having those 6 losses on there. They would need to win out, I think, the rest of the season to make it into playoffs. Is this a best of 1? Yes, it is. Absolutely. Alrighty then. Round number 18. SKEEB Clan backs against the wall. Need a round victory here. Loss bonus sitting at 2,900. So if they don't win this round and don't get a bomb plant, the buy-up is going to be very rough. And the following. Spud. Outside of Squeaky, and Pibby is waiting and looking in towards Trophy. SKEEB Clan heading in this direction too. Pibby could get one and just fade into the B side. Doesn't hit the shot. Throws the incendiary afterwards to buy himself a little bit more time. Needs to be careful now. Oh, did he connect on a shot there? No, that must have been somewhere else, right? I don't know. Maybe it was a connection. Either way, he'll eventually fall back. It's certainly not enough damage for him to justify sticking around, as the opening frag is found elsewhere, but from Prodigy, who gets his 22nd. Duke, playing from heaven, spots out the players, throws the flashbang to support Spud, and Spud will deliver only 1, although Doob activates for 2 more. Cyborg and Sousa, his victims. Captain Lindquist, again the last one standing, gets the headshot onto Zeller, but he's going to be overwhelmed. There's just too many angles to check. Eventually Doob is going to pop out from heaven and will get damage done. Not the frag just yet. Captain Lindquist managed to thread 1 more through, but it will be Pibby to end it with the AWP. The big green ringing true, 12-6. In favor of LASTPUG, they have 6 opportunities to wrap up this match. And as mentioned, the buy-up, not going to be the greatest here for SKEEB Clan. In fact, a little bit better than I thought it would be. You have the Galil and the AK still in the mix, but yeah, a couple of Mac 10s and a Scout around that. The biggest problem is the util. That is very limited on a map where, I mean, every map you need util, but Nuke in particular is just so much space to be taken. And you can't really work outside without smokes. That's why you've seen them go towards inner. Zeller waiting for this one, though. There's one. Spam through the smoke, connecting for more damage. Prodigy on the crossfire, and Prodigy looking to rack up a few more. Only gets 1, though, but the rest of his squad will ring true, and that'll do it. LASTPUG off of Zeller's 2K. An incredible performance from Prodigy. 114 ADR and a 23-11 record, followed by Spud J at 18-11, 102 ADR. Will take it. They jump to 5-5 on the season and are very much in playoff contention. That is a team to keep an eye on, folks. I'll tell you that as you go into the latter part of this season.